Hello, everybody, and welcome to today's device management interface call. Thanks for joining. As usual, the call is public and recorded, will be shared live on YouTube. So please be mindful of the comments you make and the information you share. First of all, there is the pawn ID discussion we're having. There was some progress from Amit. He made a patch where he included the changes for the pawn ID and also the mapping, some documentation for the mapping of the different ports, as we discussed the last meeting we had. That patch is up for review, and it is here. The key elements are in the protos, where it says there's a mapping label, and then there's also a pawn ID config within the port type, port component attribute. And the pawn ID configuration is the pawn ID and the transmit period. These are the elements that can be changed within the port component. So it's a fairly straightforward patch. To me, it looks good. Amit, anything that you want to add to this?
Nothing more to add.
Okay, good. There is a +1. So if you can rebase this, I think we can just go ahead and merge it.
Okay.
Good. Chandra, any comments on this one? Would you prefer to take a look before we merge it?
Yes, sure, Andrea. Maybe I'll take a couple of hours and I'll be updating. Thanks.
Okay, then what I'll do is I'll wait for your +1. After your +1, I will go ahead and merge it. Would that work?
Sure. Yeah.
Okay, perfect. Great. Okay, so I think this settles the pawn ID discussion we were having since the last few time. The configuration for the periodicity, as we discussed, can be optional. If it's set but you don't support it, it's okay, you just don't change it. And the important part is the pawn ID. Okay, so okay, perfect. And this has the same. It's related to the same patch. I don't expect anything to come out of that in terms of surprises. We discussed the TST. It went well. Everything was fine according to what we discussed within the device management brigade here. So I think we're in good shape, unless somebody thinks otherwise. Amit, do you think it's okay? We can close this topic as well, given when your patch is merged, I mean.
Yeah, I think we're fine with this, right?
Yeah. What I'm saying is that we're totally fine with this, and when your patch is merged, this is done.
Yeah.
Okay, good, perfect. Okay, I will take them out. Okay, so I took a look at the elements related to 4026. So everything that is requested in that JIRA is present in our system, in our interface, and so except the auto negotiation and the link state. If I read it correctly, also the link state is missing from the port component. So my thinking was that we should add those two elements in this component, in the port component attribute, especially somewhere here. Any thoughts? Because otherwise I really wouldn't know where to put the link state of that port, and also the auto negotiation configuration of that port. If somebody has better ideas, I'm all ears. Oh,
the auto configuration, yes, we could have it here. Just so for ports of type Ethernet, it will have meaning.
yes.
Regarding the link state, can have it, but the link state should also be available from Volta, right?
Yes. So do you think we should avoid it here? The question. I don't know what's the right answer. I'm debating whether we should have it or not have it over here.
I thought we had made a statement earlier on about these two things, that if something's available in Volta, we wouldn't expose it via the DMI.
Okay, then we skip that.
Also, I just checked on how to get this info. The link state and negotiation state are available from the BAL object. As Volta is already dealing with that, maybe it's a good idea to have it as part of Volta. Otherwise, we'll have a BAL dependency on this if there are no other options available to retrieve this.
Interesting. So Chandra, what you're saying is that we should move the auto negotiation of the link to the Volta.
Yes, it has a BAL dependency, and if Volta is already fetching the BAL counters objects, maybe this can be extended there.
I would not be very much in support of that, because the auto negotiation is pretty much, I don't know, not really something which Volta cares about, right? And the port, the way we are representing it in Volta, it's more at a logical plane.
Okay,
so maybe the autoneck should remain on the DMI interface and the state, right? Both. So Volta, as of now, is taking care of both the admin and the operational state. Maybe the state remains there, right? You don't have to change that, but the autoneck can come out here.
But what Chandra is saying, if I understand correctly, is that just for autoneg, we will have to put in a BAL dependency in the device manager. Is that what you were saying?
But see, ultimately that has to happen, right? At some point of time, we cannot say that, as in the bifurcation can't be BAL versus non-BAL, right?
Sure.
So maybe not for this requirement, maybe for some other requirement in the future, right? Don't know.
I mean, if we ought to put it in, the dependency, we might as well put it in for whenever we need it. And if this is the agreement that we need it for this, we put it in, and that's it. I also agree with you, Amit, that the autoneg is not really something that pertains to Volta, at least in my opinion. The link state, maybe, and it's already there, but the autoneg is something that this DMI should configure, at least in my opinion.
Yeah.
And these two are applicable for the Ethernet NNI ports, right? The link state is equivalent. We already have the PON LOS state for the PON port, and auto negotiation may not be applicable.
Yeah, this only applies to the NNI.
Okay, thanks.
Okay, so I'll put them in for a proposal. So the question is, should I put in link state as well, or should I keep it to AutoNeg only?
Sorry. So I thought link state we would take from Volta, right? So all the states as of today are handled at Volta, right? Even the device state, the OLT state also is being handled by Volta only.
Yes. Okay. Yeah, I'll keep it.
Maybe we just leave it that way.
Yeah, I'll keep it in. I'll keep it in Volta, and I'll insert the AutoNeg only in place here.
So I think if we are just for a discussion purpose, right? If you're looking at the state, right? So I think it is already there. If you look inside the component, right? Each of the component, I think there is a component state. Each of the component has a component state, and that has admin state, opera state, user state, blah, blah, right? So the admin state and opera state are there. So this has come from the RFC 8348, but we are not using it.
Oh, you meaning this one?
Yeah, in the DMI, yeah.
Oh, you not see? Yeah. Yes. Okay. So what are you suggesting? I don't.
No, what I'm saying is, even if we were to use a state, right?
Amit, you're muted.
Yeah, even if we were to read the state through DMI, right, we don't have to introduce any new attributes. We need to introduce attributes only for the AutoNeg.
Well,
right?
but
That is one part.
But you're saying that the link could use this. Well, but we would have to end up defining a new type for the link.
Yeah.
I would say let's skip it for now.
Yeah. So I think I'd like to hear what others think as well. So I think we can just keep it simple, right? Like how we have been following till now, saying that, okay, whatever is supported by Volta, we let it be there. We don't change it unless in the future we see some real needs for that. So as of today, the port state is maintained by Volta. So we just leave it there. The AutoNeg, as we just discussed, sounds like more fitting out here. And so we introduce an attribute to capture that capability only.
Okay. Yeah, that's what I'll do. Okay. I'll submit a proposal some point soon. Okay. So next up, there was actually a patch which got merged. Thanks a lot to Chandra for that patch, and it is this documentation update. Chandra, do you want to say a few words about everything that you included in here?
Yes, this patch set includes the definition in the proto, basically clarifying each state of the software management, and also is a FSM state transition diagram that has the event and state transition and the success error cases. Apart from that, there was one thing that we discussed on the persistence of the alarms, wherein we have corrected that. We expect now the device or the device manager implementations to take care of keeping the alarms, and on the device reboot, clearing those alarms which are no longer active towards the north mode. This is the brief of this patch set. Thanks.
Okay, good. Thanks for that. It is in. It's merged. That's what we needed. So I think we can consider this to be done, which is good. So next, the next topic was what's the progress on the Radisys side, on how you guys are doing with the OLT and things like that.
On the development, currently we are not making much of it, as we are focusing on the Radisys release, and also like most of our team was down due to the COVID hit. So I would request maybe Babu to update you further on the Radisys contributions. Andrea, very shortly we plan to resume it.
Sure. Okay, well, that's fine. No rush. I'll sync with Babu myself on how things are going over there.
Sure, Andy.
Okay. There were some saved for later elements that the requirement for which never arose, and I think we were gonna keep them there. But let me open up the floor and see if anybody has anything that they want to discuss, because that was all the agenda I had for today. No, nothing else. Then I think we can cut the meeting a little short, but get some time back. And if there is anything, just please do let me know. I'll wait for your +1, Chandra, on the patch for Amit's work, and I'll also submit mine as soon as I can, and we can go from there. Okay.
Sure, Andy.
Yeah, thank you.
Okay. Thanks, everybody. Cheers. Have a nice day. Bye-bye.
Yeah, have a nice one. Bye.
Thank you all.